ones, yeah, the chance to double again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, it's Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake. Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now Murray off play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Moore, the man in motion. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And the all-pro safety Buda Baker in on the tackle. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. into the red zone. It's Carr.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Carr completes it.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That'll give him 8 that time, and 3rd and 1 now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Here we go now on 1st and goal. McCaffrey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
2nd down and goal. Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Carr.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Moore, the man in motion. On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kalen Balaj in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That is caught by Anderson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Milage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Prater's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rolling to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They go with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll try again, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run here with Balaj. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They run it with Balaj. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cards, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And
why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we spend time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's, dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to ease a box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with hit boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this.